Okay, I'm recording this in advance because it just got released today. Um, I'm recording this on February 21st, 2018. And the Southern Poverty Law Center, by the way, this is not sponsored by any way. Southern Poverty Law Center has changed up its thing a bit. It's now talking about the hate map, which you'll get to see in a second, and hate map ideology, which you'll see in a second, and it's talking about Bitcoin and the alt right, talking about how Bitcoin is like the currency for the alt right now, which gives me another reason to hate Bitcoin now. How tech supports hate, which we've already seen through like social media and stuff like that. Da 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 blah 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 stuff like that. Um, so where can we start? Well, let's just start with the not the hate map, extremist files. Big names have come up in the extremist files. More specifically, well, this is actually the biggest apparently extremist group, but this piece of shit, Richard Bertrand Spencer. This guy is the biggest uh, hate person on their files. Apparently, if it's on the front page, one of the biggest, most prolific anti-Muslim figures in the U.S., incessant blogger, author, and activist, insists, despite the lack of academic training in Islam, that religion is inherently violent. He's talked about a lot of African Americans and stuff like that. He's just about as worse as Milo Yiannopoulos, which should say something. And like, there's new ideologies that have popped up, but we'll get to that in just a moment on the hate map. Hate watch. You'll see that. Yeah, that's a thing. Case docket, intelligent reports, publications. What we do, they fight hate, in teaching intolerance, blah blah blah. They're more than just like hate, detecting hate groups, but have been involved in children rights, immigrant justice, LGBT rights, economic justice, and criminal justice reform. But enough about that. Let's go to the nitty gritty. Last year, it was night. Oh, okay. Ignore the middle finger right there. Please go down. Um, we have a new amount of hate groups, and we'll see that in just a moment. But last year, and I saw this, was 917 hate groups, but it's 954 hate groups now. And this is like the hate map. It maps every single hate group that is existing throughout the United States currently. And something that's big that's happened. Why are you not scrolling up? Okay, there we go. Um, it's going to all states. Bye, Oliver. My cat just jumped down. It goes into all groups over here, and then all states over here. And something that's popped up is pretty interesting. There are two new ideologies that have been considered: male supremacy, which is only like two groups in the United States. Please drag. I hate this computer so much. Two male supremacy groups in District of Columbia, Return of Kings, which sounds like a Lord of the Rings reference, I think, and then A Voice for Men, Male Supremacy. It's like men's rights activists, but to the extreme. And then a new one has come up, Neo Volkish, which is has a strange symbol. And Neo Volkish means something about like proto-German stuff, born of a atavistic defiance of modernity and rationalism. Present-day neo-Bolsheviks, whatever adherents as groups are organized by ethnocentrism and notions of gender. So it's basically like Norse or Germanic gods, that sort of thing. Um, can you please operate? There you go. No, operate correctly. Darn it. So no, all groups. All groups. Why is the computer going so slow? Um, so the you probably are wondering, oh, what state has the most amount of hate groups? It's actually California with 75 hate groups. I've researched this beforehand. And what the states have the least amount? Well, there's Hawaii with one hate group. Um, It's a black nationalist. The other one is New Mexico with one hate group, and Wyoming has one hate group. So every state in the United States has at least one hate group. Last year, like Alaska and Hawaii didn't have any. Now Hawaii has one, and Alaska now has four hate groups. But something else that you shouldn't really be concerned about if you were to actually go to their site and if they could just like flip and do the thing. Thank you. If you actually went to their site and looked at the map, you would see like clusters of all these sort of things. How about reset? Could you reset for me, pretty please? Okay, we'll get back to that in a little bit, but there are some other groups on here that haven't been really Okay, the mouse is working. It should be working as well. There are some other groups on here that are not listed per se. There's on here. Thank you. On here, it doesn't list anything about the alt right. There are like no extreme. Go to the extremist files, darn you. Go down. And you'll see like the alt right, Infinitus priesthood, view all the ideologies, and there's no alt right groups considered on that map. There's anti immigrant, anti LGBT, but there's no anti government movement, which actually has the most amount of groups in it.